Hello everyone, my name is Balkis Binti Zainul. I'm from the HT6. Today I got an assignment to talk about the story that my lecturer sent to me. The story is about a kidnapped for 15 days but lost memory about 20 years. The story talk about Eddie waking up from a nightmare, looking desolated and panicked. Okay, now let me simplify the story about. Imagine that you waking up one day and realizing you have absolutely no memories of the past 15 days. But it get weird because you feel like you're still young. But only to look at calendar and realize you're actually 40 years 40 years old. This is the mind-bending premise of brilliant local short film title From Puzzle the Missing Piece from the HD11. Today we are going to break down the dark mystery behind Eddie and Misia and why the family is taking care of hiding a terrifying secret. The clip of Eddie talking to the woman, claiming that she is his sister, going outside for fresh air, and her sister insisting she takes her medication. The story introduced us to Eddie. He's a girl plagued by horrific nightmare of a shadow past. She lived with a woman she believed is her sister. Her life seemed ordinary except for one glaring red flag. Eddie is forced to take heavy medication every single day. Slowly, Eddie begins to feel that something is deeply wrong. She remembers a highly specific, repetitive memory. A mechanical pencil being constantly cleaned right before his eyes. But every time she asks her reality, her sister brushed off as a bad dream, telling her she just hallucinating and forced her to take her pills again. The illusion shattered when Eddie digs into her own background. Imagine her absolutely horror when she found out she was born on 1985 and the current year is 2025. She isn't a young kid anymore. She is 40 years old woman. As it turned out, the people taking care of her aren't her family at all. They are strangers who have been confining him, gaslighting him, gaslighting her, and keeping her heavily drugged. But why go through all this trouble? Why create a fake reality for this woman? This is where the missing piece of the puzzle finally falls into place. Rewind 20 years ago to December 11, 2025, a brutal horrific crime took place where a family was murdered in cold blood inside their own home. And the ultimate plot twist, Eddie is the killer. But right after the murder, Eddie suffered extreme trauma that caused her brain to completely wipe out her memory, because she had genuine total amnesia. The survivor couldn't get justice or closure, so they took matter into their own hands. They hired Professor Gord, a forensic hypothesis expert to break into Eddie's mind. They trap him. They trap her in a fake house, gave her drugs, and staged a fake family, all to forcefully trigger his brain into remembering the side of her past. The twisted experiment works under hypnosis. Eddie's memory come rushing back. He remembered being hired by a greedy relative to eliminate a woman for insurance money, and that little kid Eddie told to close his eyes and count to 100 during a massacre. Massacre. He is the very woman standing in front of her now, demanding vegan. The puzzle of Miss Hunting to look how good can break physic um person phys and how far victim will go accept revenge. I think that's all from me for today. Thank you for watching and see you next time.